Hello students, today we will discuss structure of formal report. Structure of formal report. First let's discuss about formal reports as we have already discussed it, and if you want to check, then go to the all the videos and check their formal report, and you can study about formal report there. So formal report, it can be short and long, it can be less than 10 pages or more than 100 pages. It can be informational or analytical, direct or indirect. It may be targeted to the reader inside or outside the organization. Parts of formal report. We can divide formal report into three parts: prefatory part, text part, supplementary part. Let's take prefatory part. We go from downward to upward. First we prepare title, then we go to title fly. By mistake it is cut here, but it is right. We prepare title fly, then we go to title page, letter of authorization, letter of acceptance, letter of transmittal, table of contents we prepare, then list of illustrations, and at the end synopsis or executive summary. These will all come under prefatory parts. Now text part. Text part, again we go from downward. We prepare first introduction, then body, summary, conclusion and recommendation. Now the third part is supplementary part. We prepare here appendices, bibliography and index. Appendices, the word is the plural of appendix. It is a section or table or at the end of a book. Let's go first to the introductory part. For the introductory part, introductory parts are first front end material that provide key preliminary information so that reader can decide whether to or how to read the report. There are three steps that we require before writing the text. First is cover. Many companies have standard cover for reports. It is made of heavy paper and imprinted with the company's name and logo. If the company has no standard cover, you can find something good at stationery shop, but must be attractive, convenient and appropriate to the subject matter. Next is title fly. It is a plain sheet of paper with only the title of the report on it. You don't really need of it, but it adds a touch of formality. Title page. Next is title page. Title page includes 4 blocks of information: a report on, submitted to, submitted by, and date. So it will cover these 4 information. Letter of authorization. It is a document requesting that a report is being prepared. It normally follows the direct request plan. It specifies the problem scope, time and money restrictions, special instructions and due date. Letter of acceptance. It acknowledges the assignment to conduct the study and to prepare the report. The acceptance confirms the time and money restrictions and the other pertinent details. So letter of acceptance, it is prepared by the writer of the report who's going to prepare a report. So he will prepare letter of acceptance. Letter of authorization, it is provided by the company to the writer. Letter of transmittal. Letter of transmittal conveys your views on the conducted report. So it is a kind of share of your views. It is less formal and can use personal information like you, I, we. Such a letter starts with, how we can start this type of letter: here is the report you ask me to prepare on the topic, then you write the name of the topic and so on. So in this way you can prepare this. The rest includes scope, methods used, the limitations that became it apparent, that made it apparent and clear. In middle can highlight important issues, make comments and on side issues, give suggestions for follow up studies, and also can write about help given by others so that make your uh, it will make your research or report more authentic. The concluding paragraph is a note of thanks for having been given the report assignment, an expression of willingness to discuss the report, and an offer to assist with future projects. If the report doesn't have a synopsis, the letter of transmittal may summarize the major findings and conclusion and recommendation. This material is placed after finding the letter. Table of contents. It indicates outline, form of coverage, and sequence. The headings used in the text of the report are the basis for the table of contents. First, we prepare table of contents. So, what the point we will write here? First, we will write here preface. This is a sample of table of contents. So, in this way, you can prepare your table of contents. First, you will write preface. Preface is an introduction to a book. So you can introduce about your report here. Acknowledgement, where you thank all people that helped you in completing your report. So this is acknowledgement. List of illustrations. Whatever illustrations you have used, you can write in a list. Abstract. Abstract is a summary which present elements of work in condensed form. Then introduction, methodology used, discussion, conclusion, recommendations, appendices, references. So in this way you can prepare your table of contents. List of illustrations. Some reports refer to all visual and illustration visual aids as illustrations. Some reports refer to all visual aids as illustrations. If you have enough space on a single page, include the list of illustrations directly beneath the table of contents. When when the table and figures are numbered separately, they should also listed separately. So here next is list of illustrations. If you have used some tables in your report, then you can prepare your list of illustrations in this way: table 1, table 2, table 3, table 4, on which page these are given. Then figures, you can add some figures also, and you are to write in the list of illustration on which page they are used. So this is a sample list of illustrations. Next is synopsis. A synopsis is a brief overview, one page or less than, of a report's most important point, designed to give readers a quick preview of the contents. It is often included in long informational reports dealing with technical, professional, or academic subjects, and can also be called an abstract. Abstract or synopsis can be written in two ways: informative synopsis and descriptive synopsis. Informative synopsis focus on main points. It focuses on main points. Descriptive synopsis, it gives detailed information about each and every thing. No matter which type of synopsis you use, be sure to present an accurate picture of the report contents. Many business report writers prefer executive summary or synopsis or abstract. In executive summary, it is comprehensive, it is broad in manner, it contains heading, it uses visual arts, uses direct or indirect approaches. A brief business report has one page summary. If you are preparing a business report, then you can prepare one page summary. Longer business report may have 2-3 pages summary. If report is more than 30 pages long, then must write executive summary, at least for those who don't like to read the whole report. If we are talking about synopsis or abstract, a synopsis is a short systematic outline of proposed thesis. So, if your report is of 1 or 2 pages, then you can write synopsis or abstract. If it is more than 30 pages, then you prefer to write executive summary. Now, the text of report. Text of report is actually the heart of a report and is always composed of three main parts. First is an introduction, then a body and a closing. Their length vary according to their types of reports. Introduction. An introduction, it has title, what the report is about and why the audience should be concerned. So these we are to for this we are to follow introduction. Use different vocabulary what has been used in prefatory report in prefatory part and avoid redundancy. Avoid whatever which is not required. So you are to skip the part which is not required so that it will not create a kind of redundancy. You are to write a different vocabulary which you has not used earlier while giving the information about the title. Body. Interpretations of information with logics and analysis. Conclusion and recommendation. Use too much data in report. Conclusion and recommendations you can use in closing also. Use too much data in report. Use paragraph format instead of tables in chart. So you can prefer to write your body in paragraph format. Closing. It includes conclusions, recommendations, summaries, the main idea, list any course of actions you expect the readers to take. So in this way you can prepare your text. Supplementary parts. It includes appendices, bibliography, index. An appendix contains the materials which are used in text. Frequently included materials in appendices are. So we are preparing a list here. If you have your materials, so you can also add those all the materials there in your appendices. Sample questionnaires. If you have prepared a questionnaire for your report, so you can write here, you can use here in appendices sample questionnaire which you have used for your report. So it will be given in appendices, not in the middle of your body. You are not to use all the things which you have used to make your report authentic. So you are to use all these things, you are to include in appendices. Sample questionnaires if you have used. Cover letters. A summary of writer's resume. If you want to add, then you can add in appendices. Sample forms, any form if you have used, any type of form you have used, so you are to give that form at the end in appendices. Computer printouts if you have used, statistical formulas, financial statements, spreadsheets, copies of the important documents, complex illustrations. If visual illustrations are too large, then put them also in appendix instead of using them in reports. Some organization place their all visuals in appendix. Next is bibliography. It is a list of secondary sources consulted while preparing a report. It can be in the form of citations, references. Next is index. An alphabetic list of names or keywords used in reports, etc., which with reference to the pages on which they are mentioned. It includes pointers to where these keywords are mentioned. So, suppose you have used something from a particular book. So, here you can even write the name of the book and on which page it is given. So, a keyword which you have used. So, that also you can write in index. That's enough. Thank you all.